What's up, everybody? My name is Blaze Tiger, back with another video. And I know I'm really late with this video, but my schedule lately has been completely hectic and chaotic. So I will do my best to, push out these videos as soon as possible and, keep you guys updated better than I have been when it comes to these anime reviews. Uh, this review is about God of High School Episode 2. Episode 3 has dropped this week, so again, it is late. Um, and I will be dropping Episode three's review this week for sure, so I'm not behind anymore. Uh, so just watch out for that. So let's jump in to Episode 2 of God of High School. So Episode 2 begins not where we thought it would begin, which would have been the clash between Jin and Gangman Suk, which I believe that's how you say his name, Gangman Suk. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments. Doesn't begin there. It begins in a facility, and the person that's talking in at the time is the president. Apparently, he's the president, and he made a comment about the island, the same island that was attacked in episode one. And a comment was, "Does King Kong exist?" And no one told me, which is fitting because to a normal person, something like that is not normal. I mean, there's clearly no way a human being could have done that. It had to be some giant creature that's capable of doing something like that that did that. So from there, someone enters the facility, clearly someone that doesn't belong there because everyone's on high alert trying to get the president out of there, but the president decides he wants to stay and see what this person wants. So he does the intruder does an introduction and states his business. Well, kind of states his business, but it's more like an introduction. And we find out his name is Park Mujin. So we'll get to more information on him later on in the episode. From there, we cut to the gang, Jin, Mira, and Han, apparently on their way back from the tournament. And Mira is irritated because she believes Jin and Han is following her, and Jin's being a pest because he's like bopping all around her, like trying to observe her because he wants to figure out if she's some type of gorilla or something. So then we find out why he feels like that because how the fight between Jin and Gang ended. Mira, while they're in the air, Mira appears behind them. Well, sorry, behind Jin, and she snaps his neck, like completely snapped his neck. Uh, so he's trying to figure out, like, does she have some type of ability or whatever the case may be. And to Mira's defense on why she did that to Jin, she didn't have her glasses, so she was blind. So she thought she was doing it to Gang, but it was the wrong person. So, mistaken identity. So Han is looking at Jin, trying to figure out how it is he's moving around when he just literally got his neck snapped. So he's starting to show more interest in the nanomachines that was implanted in them when they put on the watches. So more on why he's interested on that in just a moment. So from that scene, we cut to the bridge, and they're all talking to each other. So it's like they're starting to bond and get to know one another here. Uh, they ask each other why is it that they're in this tournament. So Jin is more like the Goku in the group. He's in it to fight strong people. Mira wants to uphold her father's dying wish. More on that in a second. And Han Han needs money. More on that in a second also. So what was interesting about it, these three individuals were personally invited by the top brass who are leading this tournament. So that can play some interesting role later on in the anime. Now, this is a webtoon series, so there is a manga for it. I have not read the manga, so I don't know what's going to happen, and I rather just be spoiled. If it gets to the point where the animation is just too good and I just can't wait another week to see the episode, then I'll just jump into the manga and read it and spoil myself and just still be amazed when the anime drops for whatever specific part that I read. So Mira, does her sword is very important because again, it was given to her by her father, and his dying wish was to find a successor to their sword style. So the sword means a lot to her. And because of that, she never really had time to be a normal teenage girl. So, while girls were out being girly, doing what teenage girls do, she was training and, doing her best to uphold her father's wishes. So it upsetted her when Jin took the sword and she was trying to fight to get it back, and the sword fell in the water under the bridge. So she got upset, smacked him, went under the bridge, to look for it. Jin, I guess he felt bad because it is something important to her. He goes down there to help her, and they communicate, they talk. She apologizes, and it was a nice conversation. It was like a beginning of a beautiful friendship between these characters. Han comes, and he has like a big old light that he got from his job, which was shining, which brightened the water all around them to help them look for it faster. So again, it's like a beautiful friendship between these three characters, which will be play a big part, I believe, going forward in the series. Um, Part of Han's backstory, during the bridge scene, he's in a hospital. So obviously, someone that he cares about is probably sick or dying, and the operation to save that individual cost a lot of money, and he needs the money to save that person. But the nanomachines now, he's trying to to what I think is he's trying to see if he can use those nanomachines to save this individual. So, if that will happen, we'll find out later on in the series. So from there, we cut to the tournament, and everyone's in the waiting room, waiting for their turn to fight. Uh, Jin's sleeping on the ground, and Gangman. Here comes Gangman Sook, basically stating, the fight between those two are not over, and Jin completely ignores him because he doesn't have time for it, and they're not in the ring. So Go, so far one of my favorite characters, he he intervenes and tells Gang to leave him alone. Gang did not like that, so he immediately throws a kick out. Jin wakes up, go back so he can avoid taking the damage, but the force of the kick ended up giving Go a nosebleed. Jin then tells him not to let his guard down, and Gang, he's showing his appreciation to Jin for for what he did. So the three main characters, Jin, Mira, and Han, have their individual fights with, other individuals who aren't really, that important. They beat them instantly, move on to the next round. The fight between Go and Gang is now starting, but before Go goes to before Go goes to the stage or proceeds to the stage, he goes to talk to Jin, and he's told Jin that, Jin again telling him, no, don't underestimate him. Like, this guy is a real deal. And Go tells Jin that he's not afraid of him. He's not afraid of Gang. What he's afraid of is losing to someone that doesn't deserve the martial arts title. So he has this conviction that he's not going to lose to someone that shouldn't be a martial artist because he has no type of respect, which was kind of deep. I got I was on the side when he said that. So we get to the round, we get to the match, we get to the ring, and Go, he's telling him, yo, if you don't remove those arm restraints, you're gonna regret it. So the fight starts, and Go is wailing on him, like he's just busting out techniques. I mean, it even got to the point where he hit him outside the ring into the stand. Then I guess at that point, Gang is like, all right, well, time for me to go on the offensive, and he just starts to beat Go down. I mean, he was beating him badly. And I was sitting here like, Go is like one of my favorite side characters, and and I knew he wasn't gonna win the fight. There was no way he was gonna win the fight because Gang and Jin has some type of has friction, so they have to fight each other again. So I knew he wasn't gonna win the fight, but man, he was getting whooped. It even got to the point where he had Gang had him on the ground, and he used the heel of his foot and gouged out his eye. I mean, it was bad. It got so bad, even the crowd couldn't even enjoy it anymore because it wasn't even like it wasn't a fight. It was like a massacre, like an animal tearing someone to shreds. So, he Gang is beating this dude senseless, and he doesn't want to finish the fight until Go begs for forgiveness. So during the fight, we get a little backstory on why Gang is so obsessed with making Go apologize for, I guess he believes Go has been rude to him. And apparently, in somewhere in Gang's past, he may have fought this dude. We don't get to see his face, just get to see his back. And this dude might have been getting ready to kill him. And Gang is like pleading and begging and crying for his life. So at this point, he probably feels like he never wants to feel that type of embarrassment and shame and weakness again. So instead of him feeling like that and a way for him to feel better about himself, being like that at one point in his life, he wants to make other people feel what he felt. So he's standing his ground, he's not doing it, he's not submitting. um then it got to the scene. It got to a part where, we thought Go was gonna come back and do something, but unfortunately, he reflects the attack back at Go, and I mean, he just starts to dismantle this man. Like he broke both his arms. Like he's just straight up massacring this dude. And again, like I said, even the crowd couldn't even enjoy it anymore. So Jin was getting irritated. So Jin, he moved so fast that no one noticed that he even left the waiting room, and he ended up in the ring. And he kicked the mess out this man. He kicked the mess out of Gang so hard that part of the ring cracked. And he was telling Gang to get back up. We're gonna fight. And the top brass comes and stops Jin because, well, he's interfering with the match, which goes against the rules. Um, at that point, we get a little bit more backstory on Gang as this black aura circles around him, like the curse mark. And there's this other individual, we don't get a name, but we do get to see his face. That's basically telling Gang that he's not worthy of the power that he could give him. So, this all plays into Gang's psychological mindset. Like he has these people that has looked down on him, that has made him plead for his life, made him feel weak and small, and basically told him that he's not worthy, and he never wants to feel like that again. So that basically tells us why he acts the way he acts. And Jin jumps in to stop him, and he did this crazy move, and I mean, he dropped this dude instantly. Everybody is screaming, "I love you, Jin! Jin, we love you!" Like they're applauding him because, I mean, if you had to watch a fight like that, you want somebody to go in to step in and stop it. Like this dude is not even fighting him anymore. He's like literally killing him. And then here comes Jin being a hero, and he just beats this bad guy instantly. So Jin is like celebrating his victory, and then he instantly gets forced to the ground, not by any of the people, the top brass in the ring. Is like someone hit him with the force. And then we come to find out it was Park Mujin. And obviously, he is the dude that flattened the island because he has the cross on the palm of his arm. I'm sorry, on the palm of his hand that's implanted on that island. I mean, so I don't think there's any other individual so far that we've seen that have that mark on on the palm of the hand. So he comes in the ring, and he's telling the crowd that Jin is going to be severely punished, yada yada yada, and they proceed to walk Jin out of the arena. Everyone's still applauding him. Han is out there, Demir is out there smiling at him, basically, telling him good job for saying forget the rules and going out there to help someone that needed help. So, all in all, this was a great episode. I'm telling you guys right now, don't sleep on this anime. It's amazing, and I feel like it's just going to keep getting better as each episode drops. The animation is beautiful. The characters are interesting. That's another thing, that the characters are actually really interesting, and you're getting bits and pieces of their story here and there. The fight scenes are done pretty well. Like everything about it is good. I mean, I so far I have no complaints. I really don't see me complaining about this anime at all. So if you're putting it off, or if you're waiting, or if you don't think you're gonna like it, guys, please just trust me this once. Watch this anime. I know you've probably seen all types of different action anime here, there, and there, but watch this anime. It is amazing. Trust me. So that's it. That's all I have for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to know when I upload my next video. And again, I will be dropping God of High School Episode 3 review this week for sure. So look out for that. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.